Have you ever sat down to study, determined to conquer a chapter only to find your mind wandering everywhere but the page in front of you? Dinner plan's a text message you forgot to send that funny video you saw yesterday. This struggle for focus is something we all face. It feels like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. But what if I told you there's a simple, scientifically backed tool that can help anchor your attention? It's not a new app or an expensive gadget. It's something that has existed for centuries: classical music. This isn't just background noise, it's using specific sounds to guide your brain into deep concentration. The idea might sound too simple to be true. How can music, often tied to entertainment or emotion, be a powerful academic tool? The secret lies in its structure and predictability. The right kind of classical music can block distracting noises while staying consistent enough not to demand your active attention. It's a subtle force that helps organize the chaos in your mind, letting the important information from your textbook take center stage. This is your 10-minute hack to unlocking a better study session. Think of it this way: your brain is a busy office phones ringing, people talking all at once. It's nearly impossible to get meaningful work done in that environment. Now imagine putting on headphones that don't play distracting pop songs, but provide a steady, harmonious soundscape. Suddenly, external chaos fades away and internal chatter quiets down. This is the effect carefully chosen classical music can have. It doesn't add another distraction. It subtracts the existing ones. It creates a bubble of auditory peace, a sanctuary for focus and memory. In the sections that follow, we'll break down exactly how this works. We will explore the science behind why certain music helps you focus, and I'll give you simple, practical rules to follow. Forget the frustration of a wandering mind. It's time to harness the power of sound and transform your study habits for good. Let's get started. Better focus, more productive learning, and timeless melodies. So why does this actually work? The answer is rooted in how our brains process sound and manage attention. When you listen to a specific type of classical music, particularly from the Baroque period, something fascinating happens. This music often has a tempo of around 60 beats per minute. This rhythm is very close to the rhythm of a calm, resting human heart. Your brain subconsciously syncs up with this steady, predictable pattern. Watch brain waves become more regular and synchronized while music plays. This phenomenon, known as entrainment, can help lower your heart rate and blood pressure, promoting a state of relaxed alertness. It's the perfect mental state for absorbing and processing new information without feeling stressed or agitated. This effect is sometimes called the Mozart effect, though the science is a bit more nuanced than that popular term suggests. It's not about making you smarter instantly, but about creating the optimal conditions for your brain to perform at its best. The ordered mathematical structure of composers like Bach, Vivaldi provides a stable auditory environment. Your brain recognizes the patterns without needing to actively analyze them. This frees up your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for complex thought planning and focus, to dedicate its full power to the task at hand, like understanding calculus or memorizing historical dates. The music becomes a predictable backdrop, not a demanding foreground. Furthermore, instrumental classical music helps by masking other, more distracting sounds. Sudden slam of a door, distant conversation, rumble of traffic. A continuous stream of structured music smooths out these auditory peaks and valleys. It creates a consistent sonic wallpaper that your brain can easily tune out. Unlike music with lyrics, which can engage the language centers of your brain and inadvertently pull your focus away from what you're reading, instrumental pieces allow your verbal processing channels to remain completely open for your study material. Your brain isn't trying to follow a story in a song while also trying to understand a textbook. In essence, you are giving your brain a simple, non-distracting job: to follow a predictable musical pattern. This little bit of engagement is just enough to prevent your mind from creating its own distractions or wandering off. It's like giving a restless puppy a simple chew toy. It keeps it occupied and content, so it doesn't start chewing on the furniture. In the same way, the right classical music keeps your ambient attentional network gently occupied, allowing your executive function network to zero in on your studies. It's a simple but profound neurological trick to keep you on task. The first and most important rule for choosing study music is to find the Goldilocks tempo. This means the music shouldn't be too fast or too slow. It needs to be just right. Subscribe for more. Aim for about 50 to 70 beats per minute. That pace mimics a relaxed heartbeat and encourages calm focus. Too fast, like Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries, can create anxiety or urgency. It makes you feel rushed and stressed. That energy is great for a workout, but terrible for deep concentration. Too slow, quiet, or sparse can also be a problem. Extremely ambient music may fail to mask distracting noises. Even worse, it can lull you into sleepiness. You want a gentle, forward-moving presence, active enough to engage you subconsciously, but not so dynamic it demands your attention. Think, a smoothly flowing river, not a raging rapid, and not a stagnant pond. You don't need to count beats. Use playlists labeled Focus or Study, or search Baroque for studying or 60 BPM classical. Notice how your body reacts, calm and steady, antsy or sleepy. Trust that feeling. The right music feels supportive and unobtrusive, like a comfortable chair you forget you're sitting in. Once you've found music with the right tempo, the next critical rule is to get the volume just right. This might seem obvious, but it's where many people go wrong. The purpose of the music is to create a subtle auditory environment, not to host a private concert in your ears. The ideal volume is just loud enough to mask potential distractions, but quiet enough that you could easily have a conversation over it without raising your voice. It should be a background hum, a gentle presence that you can almost forget is even there. If you find yourself tapping your foot, it's probably too loud. If you find yourself humming along, it's probably too loud. Think of the music as an auditory shield. Its job is to block out the sharp, unpredictable noises of your environment, the roommate's phone call, the dog barking, the construction outside your window. A steady stream of quiet classical music smooths over these auditory bumps. When the music is at the proper background level, your brain doesn't have to constantly adjust to new jarring noises. This conserves mental energy, which can then be redirected toward your studies. A practical way to set the volume is to start playing your chosen playlist before you even open your book. Set it to a low level, then gradually increase it until you can just barely hear the details of the melody. It should never be the primary focus of your auditory senses. If you have to strain to hear it over the ambient noise in your room, it might be too quiet. If you can clearly distinguish every single instrument and feel the emotional swell of the music, it's definitely too loud. You're looking for that perfect in-between state where the music is present but not prominent. Experiment with different listening methods as well. For some people, over-ear headphones are best because they physically block out external sound. For others, a small speaker placed a few feet away can create a more open, ambient feel that is less intrusive. There's no single right answer. It depends on your environment and personal preference. The key takeaway is to be intentional with your volume setting. Don't just press play and hope for the best. Take a moment to calibrate the sound so it serves its purpose as a subtle, supportive tool for focus. Navigating the vast world of classical music can be intimidating, so it helps to have a few reliable starting points. These 4 composers are fantastic for building a foundational study playlist: consistent tempo, predictable structure, absence of overwhelming emotional drama. First on the list is Johann Sebastian Bach. Often considered the master of the Baroque style, Bach's music is complex and mathematical, yet incredibly soothing. His cello suites or keyboard works, like the Well-Tempered Clavier, are perfect examples of music that is intricate enough to engage your brain subliminally, but structured enough to be non-distracting. Next, consider Antonio Vivaldi. While he is most famous for the Four Seasons, which can be a bit too dramatic for studying, much of his other work is ideal. Vivaldi was a prolific composer of concertos, and these pieces often feature a steady, driving rhythm that is excellent for maintaining momentum during a long study session. Look for his concertos for cello, mandolin, or flute. These works often have a bright, optimistic quality that can help keep your mood elevated and prevent you from feeling bogged down by difficult material. His music provides a gentle energy that pushes you forward without causing stress. A third essential composer for your study arsenal is Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. While some of his operas and symphonies are filled with intense passion, many of his piano concertos and divertimentos are lighter and more balanced. Finally, don't overlook George Friedrich Handel. A contemporary of Bach, Handel's music strikes a wonderful balance between grandeur and grace. While pieces like his Messiah are too powerful and vocally driven for study, his instrumental works, such as the water music or music for the royal fireworks, contain many movements that are perfect. They often have a stately, confident pace that can make you feel more organized and in control. Handel's Concerti Grossi are another excellent choice, offering a pleasing interplay between different sections of the orchestra that is interesting but not distracting. These four composers provide a rich and varied palette to begin your exploration. Now that you have some composer names and an understanding of the rules, it's time to build your own personalized study playlist. The goal is to create a seamless stream of music that will last for your entire study session without you needing to fiddle with it. Start by opening your favorite music streaming service, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, or another platform. Most of these services have vast classical music libraries that are easy to search. The first step is to create a new, blank playlist. Give it a clear name like Deep Focus Classical or Baroque Study Session, so you can find it easily later. Next, start searching for the composers we discussed. Instead of just Bach, search for Bach cello suites. Or try Bach keyboard concertos. Instead of just Mozart, search for Mozart piano sonatas. Or try Mozart for concentration. As you find pieces that seem promising, listen to the first minute or so. Does the tempo feel right? Is it purely instrumental? If it fits the criteria of being around 60 BPM and having no vocals, add it to your playlist. Don't overthink it at this stage. Just gather a good collection of potential tracks. Once you have a good number of tracks, aim for at least 90 minutes to 2 hours of music to start. It's time to curate. Think about the flow of the playlist. You might want to arrange the pieces to create a consistent energy level. Avoid placing a very slow, quiet piece immediately after a more energetic one. The goal is to create a smooth, uninterrupted listening experience. You can also look for pre-made playlists with titles like Baroque for studying or Classical for concentration and borrow tracks from them. This is a great way to discover lesser-known pieces that are perfect for your needs. Check the playlist details to ensure it's instrumental and fits the right mood. Finally, test your playlist during a real study session. As you listen, pay attention to any tracks that pull your attention away from your work. Maybe a certain piece has a surprisingly loud trumpet fanfare, or another one has a melody that you find too catchy. Be ruthless. If a track breaks your focus, remove it from the playlist immediately. Your study playlist is a functional tool, not a collection of your favorite classical hits. Over time, you will refine it into the perfect, personalized soundtrack for deep work. It becomes a reliable ritual that signals to your brain that it's time to focus. You have your playlist ready. Now, let's put it into practice with a simple but powerful study technique. We'll call it the 10-minute study sprint, designed to ease you into a state of deep focus. This method is especially helpful if you find it hard to get started or feel overwhelmed by a large task. The plan is straightforward. First, prepare your workspace. Clear your desk of everything except the essentials, your textbook, your notebook, a pen. Put your phone on silent, place it out of arm's reach. This step is crucial. You are minimizing potential distractions before they can even appear. Next, cue up your classical music playlist. Put on your headphones or turn on your speaker and set the volume to that perfect background level we discussed earlier. Take a moment to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Let the music wash over you and help quiet your mind. Now set a timer for just 10 minutes. The short duration is key here. Like and subscribe for more. Committing to just 10 minutes of focused work feels incredibly manageable, which helps you overcome the initial resistance or procrastination. Anyone can do anything for just 10 minutes. This small, achievable goal is the starting point for building momentum. When you press start on your timer, your only job is to focus completely on your study task for that 10-minute block. Don't worry about how much you get done. Just keep your eyes on your book and your pen on the paper. If your mind starts to wander, gently guide it back to the task, using the steady rhythm of the classical music as an anchor. The music acts as a gentle boundary for your attention, making it easier to stay within the lines of your work. You'll be surprised at how much you can accomplish when you are fully immersed, even for such a short period. When the timer goes off, you have a choice. If you're feeling in the zone and want to continue, simply reset the timer for a longer interval, perhaps 25 or 45 minutes, and keep going. You've successfully tricked your brain into entering a state of flow. If you're still feeling restless, take a short 2-minute break. Stand up, stretch, get a glass of water, and then try another 10-minute sprint. This method uses the music and a timed structure to break down the barrier to entry, making it easier than ever to get started and stay focused on your studies. While your classical music playlist is a powerful tool, it works best when integrated into a broader study strategy. The music itself is not a magic bullet, but an amplifier for good habits. One of the most important of these habits is managing your time effectively, and this includes scheduling breaks. A well-known and effective technique is the Pomodoro method, which aligns perfectly with using a study playlist. This involves working in focused blocks, typically 25 minutes long, separated by short 5-minute breaks. During your 25-minute focus block, you have your classical music playing, your phone away, and your full attention on the task. When the timer goes off, stop working completely. This is just as important as the focused work itself. During your 5-minute break, you should also turn off the music. Stand up, stretch, walk around the room, look out a window. This allows your brain to rest and reset. Giving yourself a break from the auditory input is as important as giving yourself a break from the cognitive load of studying. After about 4 of these work break cycles, take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. This is a good time to grab a snack, check your phone, do something completely unrelated to your studies. This rhythm of intense focus followed by deliberate rest is sustainable and highly productive. The classical music becomes a key part of the focus portion of the cycle. When you turn on your playlist, it acts as a powerful psychological trigger signaling to your brain that it's time to enter work mode. When you turn it off, it signals that it's time to relax and recharge. The final piece of the puzzle is consistency. The more you use your classical music playlist as a part of this structured study routine, the stronger the association will become in your brain. Eventually, the simple act of pressing play on your deep focus playlist will be enough to get you into a concentrated state, almost instantly. It becomes a ritual. You are conditioning your brain, creating a Pavlovian response where the sound of Bach or Vivaldi is directly linked to productive, focused work. This consistency transforms the music from a simple hack into a reliable and indispensable part of your academic success. We've journeyed through the science of sound, explored the perfect tempo, built a plan to integrate classical music into your study routine. You now have a practical, 10-minute hack that can genuinely supercharge your focus and make your study sessions more productive and less stressful. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require expensive software or intense self-discipline to start, just a willingness to try something new and a playlist of timeless music. The power to create a better learning environment is right at your fingertips. Now the baton is passed to you. The most effective strategies are the ones you actually use and adapt to your own life. I encourage you to take these ideas and experiment with them. Build your own playlist. Try the 10-minute study sprint. See how it feels. Does it help you quiet the mental chatter? Do you find it easier to stay on task? The only way to know is to try it for yourself. Learning is a personal journey, and finding the tools that work for you is a critical part of that process. Give it a shot for 1 week and observe the difference it makes in your focus and productivity. I'm incredibly curious to hear about your experiences. What are your go-to habits for staying focused when you study? Do you already use music? And if so, what kind works best for you? Let's learn from each other. Please share your thoughts and your own study hacks in the comments section below. Your insights could be exactly what another person needs to hear to finally break through their own study struggles. If you found this information helpful, consider subscribing for more tips on learning, focus, and making the most of your brain. Sharing this with a friend who is struggling with their studies could also make a world of difference for them. Let's make the comment section a resource for everyone. To get us started, I'll be looking for a particularly helpful comment to pin to the top. I want to see you all reply to this pinned comment. Share your favorite study tip. By sharing what works for you, whether it's a specific type of music, a unique study method, or a simple environmental trick, you contribute to a community of learners dedicated to helping each other succeed. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to reading your comments and continuing this conversation. Happy studying. If this video helps you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more.